Welcome to our social media help seminar this morning with our presenter, Terrence Tucker, and myself as Angel Pointer as the facilitator. I'll give you a little background on Terrence before we get started. And Terrence Tucker is the founder of the TUCK Project, the TUCK Project, a mentor program aiming to promote male achievement through the Columbia, South Carolina, and Augusta, Georgia regions. An extremely gifted and engaging motivational speaker, Terrence has spoken at over 100 middle schools and high schools and colleges, as well as 5 federal prisons and juvenile detention centers around the South Carolina, Georgia, and North Carolina region. Mr. Tucker has also delivered over 40 keynote addresses. In addition to motivational speaking, Terrence teaches life skill courses at 2 South Carolina federal prisons. Terrence has devoted countless hours to ensure that these young men have the tools to recognize and achieve their maximum potential. In addition to focusing on youth, the TUCK Project hosts a monthly outreach program where clothing and food are donated to the homeless community in downtown Columbia, South Carolina. In doing so, he is demonstrating the importance of reaching back while reaching ahead. Terrence, born and raised in Columbia, South Carolina, is a proud graduate of C.A. Johnson High School, and he is also a proud alum of South Carolina State University, where he earned both a Bachelor's of Science degree in Sports Management and a Master's in Rehabilitation Counseling. In 2007, he was honored as South Carolina State University's 2007 Scholar of the Year. Terrence is a heavily engaged member of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated and was voted as the Epsilon Omega 2017 Citizen of the Year for his selfless dedication and community service efforts within the community. He has also recently been honored as an unsung hero by the Saving Our Children and Families Incorporated in their 10th annual awards luncheon. Excuse me. Terrence was recognized as a 2018 South Carolina Black Page Top 20 Under 40 professional. Mr. Tucker also has been awarded the 2018 South Carolina State University Alumni Association Outstanding Garnet and Blue Award for his community service efforts. In 2019, the TUCK Project has hosted and sponsored over 5 successful male achievement summits. Most recently, Mr. Tucker was awarded the 2020 South Carolina Trio Alumni Association Spirit Award and 2020 Southeastern Association of Educational Opportunity Program Personnel Conference Trio Achiever Award, which is an award for his commitment to preparing first-generation college students for college. Terrence's motto, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." It is imperative that we teach our future kings the principle that if service is beneath you, leadership will be beyond you. Each person you encounter knows something you don't know. Learn from them. All right, without further ado, Terrence.
We can't hear him.
Terrence, you're on mute.
We had a rough start, but hey, we're here. That was nothing but the devil, right? Nothing but the devil trying to stop these Bulldogs, but we just can't be stopped, huh? We just can't be stopped. Thank you to Ms. Pointer for the bio. Ms. Pointer has been working hard. She probably didn't get any sleep last night, but we're so appreciative of you and your staff work. You guys have put in the work to make this thing possible, and I'm so grateful for you guys, your team, because you've been so helpful and so dedicated to your to making sure that this convention went off with a hitch. Today we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, right? That is near and dear to my heart, to my soul, okay? Social media, and how social media can help expand this phenomenal brand that we have called South Carolina State University, and how it can also help your chapters, yes, your alumni chapters, how we can take that to the next level by using social media, okay? You know, I know that many of you have social media platforms, or you may just be starting to use social media platforms. But today, we're going to talk about how social media can be used to make sure that your chapter and people within your chapter take this university to the next level by using social media. Okay, now we all know what social media is, right? There's Facebook, there's the Gram, there's TikTok, there's Twitter, LinkedIn. Okay, there's so many different platforms that can be used that's categorized as social media. Okay, now I have my own social media account, but I also back in 2021, what I did was started this page called the South Carolina State Bulldog Report. Okay, I started that back in last year, about, it might have been May sometime last May. Why did I start that page? Because now there was so many people coming to me saying, hey, what's going on with South Carolina State? What's going on with this? There were parents reaching out to me. There were students who actually wanted to come to South Carolina State that was not getting the news about what was going on with South Carolina State, but they knew, right? They knew that I had a very close tie to South Carolina State. Now, here's the thing. Now, let me give credit to the South Carolina State Media Department, because they do a phenomenal job putting media out there, right? Putting news out there. They do a phenomenal job. But we just can't depend solely on them to touch the world. We as a people, meaning we as alumni, have to do our job to make sure that we're recruiting also, and we're giving the great information that we have, because we have so many phenomenal things that are going on within this university and within your alumni chapters. You guys, you have been working so hard, then you're so thorough. But let's make sure people know what you're doing. And one key way of letting people know what you're doing is by using social media, because that gets it out to the masses. Okay, that lets people know why social media is so important, because you guys have been fundraising, man. Your boots on the ground, you work hard. So let's people know, let's let people know about the work that you're doing. So, right, we can generate more people coming in, especially this younger generation. Okay, let's pass the torch, but we can pass the torch by using social media, and you can garner more alum to come join your chapters by letting people know the phenomenal things that you're doing. Now, when I started my Bulldog Report page, we started out with maybe 100 followers, okay? And now we're at 7,000 followers, okay? We're at 7,000 followers. Now, that's just solely because we're putting out positive, not negative, but positive, nothing but positive information about social media, okay? Now, today we're going to talk about how social media can help your program, okay? Can help your university and help your alumni chapter, okay? So we're going to dive right into it because we know we kind of wasted some time getting things together, but bear with me for a second, okay? Now, we're going to talk about the benefits of using social media real quick, okay? Now, this first slide, okay, I'm not going to read it for you because you guys know how to read, but we're pretty much talking about, how social media can be a powerful tool, right? Powerful marketing tool, right? For your chapter and the university, okay? Most universities that I know, okay, use social media to promote their brand. Why? Because it's free advertising. It is free advertising, okay? And we also know that it's an effective way to reach your consumers, okay? There's not one person that I know that's not on social media, okay? There are a ton of alumni, right? A ton of students that have been on social media that sometimes just don't follow South Carolina State, right? But by you sharing these pages, right? By you sharing what you're doing, by you sharing what South Carolina State is doing, right? That's free advertising for people to see what we have going on here at this phenomenal university, okay? Because it's less expensive, okay? It is less expensive. Now, we all know that the younger generation, they are notorious for using social media, okay? Whenever you're walking around campus, what do you see? These kids walking down looking at their phones. Why? Because they're on social media. They're not reading the newspaper anymore, okay? They're not watching the news, okay? They're on social media. That's what captivates them. So we have to make sure that we meet them where they're at. Let's show them what we have to offer here, and let's show them what your chapters have to offer, because you have so many people who live right in your city that have no idea that you have an alumni chapter there, okay? So by using social media, you can touch that broader audience, okay? Because we need more alumni to join join so that we can keep growing and doing phenomenal work, because you have been doing an awesome job. But we can do more by using social media. All right. Okay, Ms. Pointer. Thanks. So why do we need social media? Why do we need social media? That's a good question. So 5 years ago, there was this gentleman that walked up to me, and he had a son with him. And his son was like, hey, his son really wanted to go to South Carolina State University, but he wasn't sure what the guy was from Memphis, Tennessee, and he had no idea what South Carolina State University had to offer, okay? So I forwarded him some stuff, and I sent him, me and my friend, my frat brother, we all sent him some information, right? And the first question he said to me was, "Are you on social media?" Now, there was this 17-year-old kid that wanted to come to South Carolina State University, but he said that he didn't see much about the university on social media. But then what he did was show me all the schools that wanted him, that had a social media page. That right there was huge, because without a social media presence, I'm telling you, these kids will not be interested. Not only that, we have young alumni, that's what, maybe in their 20s or 30s, whatever, that know how to use social media, that use social media heavily for all kind of platforms, right? So we have to make sure that we have a presence. Why? Because we have a huge brand that we have to promote. So these kids, right, these future Bulldogs, not only that, but these alumni can see what we're doing, right? Can see your fundraising, right? Can see your fellowship, can see your passion, right? Can see your love for the Bulldogs. We have to show these individuals what we have to offer. And it's not expensive, it's free. It is free, y'all. We all love free 99, okay? It's free. Get on social media, all right? And start showing people what these Bulldogs, right, what we're made of. Right, case in point, when we went to the Celebration Bowl, right? We received so much free publicity that we couldn't even pay for that kind of love, right? I mean, there were people in California that was calling me saying, hey, we never knew about South Carolina State until we started seeing stuff on social media about the Celebration Bowl. That was a huge way that we capitalized off winning that national championship, because social media, because we were all over social media, okay? And I'm telling you, that's a great way. Social media has, proven to be a phenomenal way to build your athletic programs. I'm telling you, listen, that is the face, pretty much the face of your university. We all love the football, right? We all love football. We all love going to the games, right? But we have more programs, right? Basketball, you got softball, right? You got track, you got soccer, right? You have so many phenomenal programs that not many people know about that also need help fundraising also. One way to get that information out is to let people know what we have available by using social media, okay? There are so many young kids that are now going to South Carolina State solely off what they saw on social media, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you this. We all know that you cannot run a successful program without money. Your chapters have been huge, right? When it comes to fundraising for these programs. I'm telling you, listen, man, kudos to you. We know the work that you put in, but let's show everybody what you've done. Here's why. There was a principal that called me back when we won the Celebration Bowl. The first thing she said to me was she wants her son to go to South Carolina State. How can we make that possible, right? So she said, here, man, she said, listen, we had no idea what South Carolina State was until we watched the Celebration Bowl. Okay, there are so many kids, so many parents, right? So many loved ones, so many guardians who want to send their kids to South Carolina State to play all kinds of sports. Now they know what we have to offer. Now they know who we are. Let's capitalize on that. Let's build a program by using social media, okay? Whenever you see a post about sports or whatever, let's shine a light on that, okay? By reposting, by sharing, by commenting, right? By liking the post, okay? That generates, you get more views by more likes, right? By more shares, you get more views that way, okay? So the more you do, the more the news gets out to a broader audience, okay? Now, let me tell you, we could not pay for none of that free publicity that we got during that Celebration Bowl. But listen, now we have two new basketball coaches that's going to need help from their alumni chapters, okay? Because we're going to, listen, those two new coaches will need help with the recruiting, fundraising, new jerseys. We can't depend solely on the school to do everything for this university. We have to make sure that we come together and make sure that we take care of these kids who are now the face, let's say, the face of South Carolina State University, okay? Next slide, Miss Pointer. Now I want to talk about something real serious here, real serious. Now, by using social media, we were able to generate so many phenomenal students, which we're about to have one of the largest classes, one of the largest freshman classes we've had in a long time, because we now have a huge social media presence. Why? Because people are starting to see what we have available, and we're in a positive light, right? We have new leadership, okay? And people are starting to actually see the moves that are being made, okay? Now, I go around these schools all the time, right? Talking to principals, talking to guidance counselors, talking to coaches. The number one thing they say is, we love what South Carolina State is doing, okay? That's pretty much letting people know that we're here, and guess what? We're not going nowhere, okay? So let's flood these channels. Let's let these people know, what we have to offer here. And when you're in your chapter, make sure you let people know, hey, we're out recruiting also, right? Let's get into these schools, right? Let's show these schools what we have to offer and put it on social media. Put what you're doing, whenever you're doing something that's helping with the recruiting, listen, put it on social media. Let everybody see what you're doing, okay? Because that may trigger someone to want to come help, all right? By that post, You never know, because that post may get to somebody else that may repost that. And then somebody that had no idea that we had an alumni chapter might say, hey, man, we have a South Carolina State chapter here in Charleston, a South Carolina State chapter here in Charlotte. Hey, where can I join? Okay. By them joining your chapter, that's more numbers, more dues, more assistance, more manpower. But they would have never known if they didn't see it on social media. Okay. That helps with generating more kids and more students. Okay. Let's make sure that we teach these young people that we're here for them. Okay. And we have created these resources where, wherever you need help, we can find it by using social media. We're connected. We're all connected. Okay. We're all connected. One text away, right? One call away. But by using social media, now you're one DM away. There are people that I've met with my Bulldog report that I would have never met going to a football game, never met going to a fundraiser, never met going to the alumni convention. Okay, so many phenomenal Bulldogs that are doing some phenomenal work, right? But I would have never met them if it wasn't for social media. Now there's so many young, so many young kids that are using social media now. They always inbox me saying, hey, man, we love what you're doing, right? But how can I get help with the financial aid, right? Or how can I get help here, right? We have to make sure, right, by using social media, that we create these places where not these places, but these safe places where these students and these parents can come to learn about how they can be, how they can qualify to be a South Carolina State Bulldog and how they can get their college paid for. And by doing that, you have to use social media, because that is the only thing that kids will pay attention to. Once again, they are not going to, read emails. Kids don't read emails these days, right? And kids do not read the newspaper. They don't, okay? They barely watch TV, okay? But they will be on social media. That's the honey to the trap right there. You put it on social media, that will make these young students, not only those students, but those parents, pay more attention to what you have going on. Why? Because they always see it. They always see it. Now, when I was coming up, my parents didn't go to college, right? So I had no idea what FAFSA was, no idea, how to actually qualify to get in school, right? But I had mentors to actually guide me through that process, okay? Now, you as alumni chapters, you guys, listen, you guys, you are gurus. You are gurus, okay? There's so many people that, that pretty much know how to help these students, right, through college and how to actually get in college, okay? By using social media, you can create your own platform to where you can have people come in to learn how to qualify to get to South Carolina State. And not only that, you can have them, connect them with a recruiter by using South Carolina State University's website page, okay? By doing that, by sharing that information, you're not only helping those students, but you're helping those who are coming behind you, okay? I'm telling you, this right here will help students not only get to South Carolina State, but stay in South Carolina State. We had so many kids, man, within the last 3 years, right? Especially with COVID, who had to leave South Carolina State for financial reasons. Right? They had balance. They just didn't have the money, right? But guess what? By creating these forms, by creating these programs to help these students make sure that they can pay their balance off by teaching them what it takes to maintain whatever grade point average they need to maintain, and by teaching them, how to properly, let's say, register for their classes, okay? We have to make sure that we create these platforms where these kids, not only those kids, but their parents can get help so they can come to South Carolina State, right? So they can. All right, moving forward. Now, I always tell people, okay, that we have to go beyond the email list, not depend solely on those emails. Now, how do we do that? Listen, what we call social media groups or threads, right? Where you can, let's say you got two South Carolina State University and they all come together, right? And they get on these threads. You can share that information. Like let's say we're having a cookout, a fundraiser, a football game, a tailgate, whatever you have going on that you want the word to actually get out, and you need some assistance, right? You can get on these threads, right? You can create your own social media group so you can pass the word right through those groups, okay? Not everybody reads their emails, okay? Some people, stuff go to spam sometimes, so we miss some emails, right? But by using these groups, they all get the message. There's not one message that I don't get by using group, right? Message. Now there are some messages that you just don't want to see, right? But however, by using group, right, there are so many messages that you're going to get. You cannot say that you did not get the message, okay? Let's say we are joining, let's say we are going to meet down at Wild Wings, right? For a Bulldog function, right? Put it in your social media group. I guarantee everybody will get the message. Now, will everybody show? That's on them. But you can't say that you did not get the message. But we eliminate the excuse by saying, well, I sent it to you via email. That's an excuse. Why? Because some people just don't get the email, and some people do not check their emails, okay? But by using group, everybody checks their social media page. Everybody checks their social media page, okay? So make sure that you as an alumni chapter, right, you start a social media group, right? Or a text thread or something like that, but start a social media group where you can put in information. Let's say your son may be graduating from college or something, right? And you want everybody to attend. Or let's say that you're looking for scholarships for your daughter, right? And you want everybody to help find you some finances so that your child can be a Bulldog. Put that information within the group chat. I promise you, you're going to get a great response. This I promise, because I've seen it work.
Parents, to piggyback off of what you're saying too.
Okay. Now here's one thing that I love about this next slide right here. Okay. The average Bulldog can be a powerful Bulldog. Next slide, Ms. Pointer. Listen, the average Bulldog can be a powerful Bulldog. Okay, yes, you with those 100 followers, right? You can be a powerful Bulldog. I promise you can be a powerful Bulldog by just sharing the good news. That's it. Listen, you don't have to be a popular Bulldog, okay? You don't have to be a Bulldog that has 10,000 followers. You don't. But by sharing the good news that we have here, right? By letting people know what we have to offer, right? Just by one share, that one share can reach maybe 10,000 people. You don't know, okay? Like a couple weeks ago, a friend of mine went to this press conference where the head coach for the Florida Gators, right? The head coach, his name is Billy Napier. Okay, this man is the head football coach for the Florida Gators. This man was at a press conference last week, and he told the entire press conference that he learned how to coach football when he came here to South Carolina State to coach up under Buddy Pugh. That quote, just that quote by itself, that quote generated maybe about 40,000 views. 40,000 views. There were people that was in my inbox saying that I had no idea that Coach Billy Napier used to coach here at South Carolina State University. I'm telling you, listen, just by sharing the news, you never know who's watching, and never discredit who doesn't know about your university. That's why it's so important for you to share the news. Let people see what we have going on, okay? Let people see, all right? And guess what? He also, there are so many people that had no idea that Darius Leonard, right, played for South Carolina State University, or this new guy who we actually just got drafted named Jacoby Durant, right, played for South Carolina State University, or they had no idea that he went to Lamar High School. Not only that, there are so many people who had no idea how many generals we have created within the military, okay? There are so many people who had no idea how many people that we have who have their own successful businesses. And more importantly, there are so many people who have no idea how much work you guys have put in within your chapters, because you have put in so much work, so much hard work, and people need to know about it. And that's why it is important for you to share that information, okay? Share that information, all right? Now, here's the thing. Going forward, okay? Now I understand that some of you may not be tech savvy and you may not have social media accounts, but you do have that grandson or son or cousin or nephew, whatever, that can help you with your social media accounts. When you start your social media account, make sure that you spread the news, right? Listen, man, we have a huge season coming up. Let everybody know what's going on, okay? Not only just with sports, but with homecoming, okay? With everything that we have going on, okay? With all the stuff that the new president has been doing, let's share that information. Okay, let's have these universities back. Okay, it is extremely important for everybody to know that we are here to stay and that we've never left. Okay, so share the news. Okay, just by one share, you never know where that share can take this university. Next slide. Now, if you grew up in a home like me, my mother's name was Gussie Tucker, and she passed about 2 years ago. God rest her soul. And she always said to me, what goes on in this house stays in this house. Let me say that again. What goes on in this house stays in this house. Family. We are family, okay? South Carolina State University, loyal sons and loyal daughters. We are a family. Whatever issues we have, let's keep it let's keep it in house. Let's keep it in house, okay? Listen, no school is perfect. No historical Black college is perfect. We all have issues, okay? But let's not put them out there in the atmosphere, okay? Whenever we have issues going on at the school, let's not put it on Twitter. Let's not put it on Facebook. Let's not reshare the issues. Let's all keep it in house, okay? Yes, we're gonna have frustrated parents. We're gonna have frustrated kids for whatever reason. Yes, there will be things that this university may do that you may not like, okay? However, let's keep it in the family. let's try to resolve it in-house, okay? Let's come together. Let's have those difficult conversations. Let's not be the problem. Let's help fix the problem, okay? Yes, there will be people that will share, say, hey, you know, we can't get in contact with admissions. So my son dorm is not ready, or my son is not planning here, or my son hasn't done this. My daughter has not heard from this. Okay, you're going to have that. But guess what? All universities have those issues. Every last one of them. Trust me, I know. They all do. But guess what? That's just part of it. But let's find a way to rectify the issue. Let's not create the issue. Okay. We all have connections here that we can use to help these students, to help this university. All right. Let's not put it out there in the atmosphere so people can see, you know, because listen, they're already gonna hate on us because we're just a great university, right? So they already want to throw rocks at us. Let's not give them the ammunition, okay? Let's keep whatever bad news we have in the house, whatever may be going on that can be rectified, let's keep it in-house, okay? We are a family, okay? Do not put that stuff on social media. Like, we love to reshare mess and drama and fights, all that stuff. Let's not share the negative news that comes from our house, meaning the South Carolina State University Bulldogs. Let's keep that stuff in-house. Why? Because we are a family. Let's share the phenomenal work that we have been doing. Let's share the awesome work that you and your chapters have been doing. Let's share this stuff with these future Bulldogs and the alumni who have no idea that there's a chapter within their city, okay? Let's let these people know that we have been here for a long time, impacting the community and impacting the nation by using social media. This is huge for us, y'all. This is free publicity and it's free advertising and it's free. I'm telling you, there's nothing more than I like than free. It's free. Just get on there and use it. Use social media. Listen, you may have 5 followers, but that 5 followers may be powerful followers. I promise you. So share that information to them. There was a kid last week, man, literally last week from Florida. This kid got in my inbox. And said, sir, yes, you know, my name is such and such, right? And I am a senior here at Northwestern High School down in Miami, Florida. He said that I have been following you guys for quite some time, and South Carolina State University is the school I want to go to. How can I make that happen? All by this man following my social media page. Never met the guy, okay? Don't ever think that you're not a powerful Bulldog. That one share, you're letting kids know that there's a home for you. We have a phenomenal home called Orangeburg, South Carolina, that these kids love to come to. But guess what? When they leave, they go out to do phenomenal things within the community. Let's let these people know what our Bulldogs have been doing and what they will do, okay, by using social media. That's my time. This has been fun. Do we have some questions?
I got a question.
We do have some questions, but we're going to cover your membership before we get to the questions, and then we'll come back around to the question.
Are you there?
Yep. I think you're on mute.
We have a question.
Terrence, can you hear me?
One is still.
Can you guys hear me?
So one of the questions that I see right now is
first.
How do you follow the South Carolina State page? So I can hear you. Okay.
I guess.
So my page, we're on the platform called Instagram. So when you go on there, it is SCSU Bulldog Report. SCSU Bulldog Report.
Okay.
That's it right there. Thank you, Erica, so much. Thank you. Next week, we're going to be starting a Facebook page. And then the following week, we're going to be starting a page on TikTok. Okay. We're going to be at the football game when UCF plays South Carolina State University, when we beat UCF. Yes, we're going to beat UCF. And I'll be on the field. So I work the games. Follow that so you can see, live game, stuff going on live game, right? Live in person. We interview the players. We interview the coaches and staff. Okay. Follow that page. Okay. So you can find out what's going on and see live game action. Okay. Got any more questions?
Yeah, I got a question.
And Terrence,
Yes,
can you hear me now?
Mr. Todd, it's free.
So,
We don't charge you anything. Okay, it's free. Okay, we all love free 99. Let's follow that Bulldog page. Okay, 1,000 people. Okay.
can you hear me? I don't think Terrence can hear me, you guys. So
Can you hear Angel?
Hear you.
Can you
I
hear
can't
me?
hear you, Angela.
Okay. Here.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, you can hear me now?
I got you now. I can hear you.
Awesome.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. So we have to cover the Your Membership site for the Alumni Association before we leave at 10:45. Is also we want to address any questions as well as address any of the social media platforms that are currently active amongst the Alumni Association.
Yeah.
So first, of course, you guys, if you registered early, you would have registered through the SCSUNAA.org site. That is actually the new platform for the Alumni Association, which is actually a subsidiary of Your Membership. The name of the platform itself is Your Membership, but our version of it is SCSUNAA.org. It's almost like a Facebook for our association, and I'm going to share it here real quick so you guys can see what it looks like. And let me share my screen here. All right, so this is of course, the landing page for the new membership site. If you go to where it says members only, hold on. I'm actually already signed in, so it does not help a whole lot. Let me see if I can sign out. So currently I am signed out. When I go to sign in, I actually have access to my page. I have a news feed. I have where I'm in different groups. I have my own profile where it shows all of my contact information. It shows my major at South Carolina State, my current employer, the chapter I'm affiliated with. I can share any photos of my experience at South Carolina State or even just currently, and it updates just like a news feed. So as you guys have it, like literally I can do a status just like I do on Facebook. I can post different pictures. We can advertise in any way we need to. So this is very similar to the I Chose group, or just however you actually advertise on any of your social media platforms. If you can make a status, you can share it here too. And what you do here, you can even share it outside of the association to your social media account. Here, of course, you have this was our quarterly meeting where we shared. You can comment, you can like, you can share. This is literally just like a social media for our alumni association. So please, you guys, let's start using that. The association has paid a pretty penny to actually use this platform. So let's actually use it. We have been waiting for something like this for so long. It keeps a large database as well. Every association member that actually logs in and puts their information in. If you are a paid member of the association, you will have full access to this. It would be a good networking tool. Since I've been back in Charlotte for 3 years, I bought my house thanks to an alum. I have found my last job thanks to an alum. I promise you guys, these are the networking tools we've been asking for. It is here. So not just using our social media platforms that are on the World Wide Web, like a Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, LinkedIn, also using what the association itself has provided. I believe that a lot of our Bulldogs may not be actively using it. So you guys, we have, I can't even really put a number to it. I think we have like 50,000 or so alums from the start of SC State until now. I'm sure there's more. So let's make an impact. Let's actually start using the platform for social media. Of course, Instagram, the Alumni Association, as well as myself, South Carolina State University, Charlotte Alumni Chapter, we actually are very active on Instagram. You have SGA is very active. You have admissions, athletics. If you're not on Instagram right now, please get active on Instagram. That's a good way. And to be honest with you, our more younger alums tend to gravitate towards Instagram than they do Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll find more quick one-pagers really quickly right there on Instagram. For Facebook, the Alumni Association, along with the university, of course, and the university is on IG as well. So here on, and Todd, you got it. Tuck said it best. It's free.
It's free.
It's free. It is definitely free. Instagram is free. Snapchat is free. LinkedIn is free. TikTok is free. Facebook, you name it, is free. So
everything is free.
Everything is free. So it's an easy way to get publicity. If you're doing nothing more than like if I do a blast, I put on it, share, I tag everybody in it. T-Tuck, I'll tag in the SGA, I'll tag in other users. We just ask to share. If you guys see us putting something out, share it. It takes literally 2 seconds to press a share button on any platform that you're using. So please use it. It is free 99. Thank you, Erica. Free 99. Yes. So please share it. Again, if there's something, even copy and paste. If we need to start doing tutorials on how to assist some of the chapters with some of these, by all means, let us know. We need things that we can actually do. Terrence is here from a much broader perspective because he shares any and everything South Carolina State on his SCSU Bulldog report, and it really is getting the message out. So by all means, can we tap into our resources? We have a Charlotte chapter. We have, I see Columbia is very active. Charleston is beginning to get even more active. We have Atlanta, Macon, Middle Georgia. We have a lot of chapters that, yes, social media was not once upon a time a thing for us. But as we're coming into the new age, like Terrence said, we have to meet everyone where they are. And everybody's on social media right now. Mm-hmm. That is the easiest way to get a quick blast out. Yes, emails for some of our more seasoned alums. But also for our social media gurus, because I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know everything about social media, but I promise you I have one of the SGAs on speed dial. Hey, I need you to put together a quick flyer for me if it's a little extra, because I promise if you guys are on TikTok, they have all these transitions, they have all these cool things.
Appreciate that time.
That is really helpful in making it snazzy, making it catchy, making it eye-catching so that you can stay engaged. That's the most important part, not only bringing them to the table, but keeping them engaged when they're at the table. So like Terrence said, let's stop sharing the negative stuff. Let's share the positives. For every, there are some successful universities that they have scandal. We don't see it, but because for every one bad story, they spend 5 to 6.
Right.
So we have to not only just make sure that we are also, we're helping spin that narrative. Because like Terrence said, I say like 2015, 2016, there were times where people just didn't even consider us because they thought we were going to close. We were never going to.
Right.
And we have to get that message out. I will scream it to the top of my lungs. I know T-Tuck will. We need you guys' help on social media. If it's nothing but sharing what we post, every little bit helps.
Mhm.
So I know Willie Williams has a question. If you want to go ahead and come off mute.
Yeah, that I think I am now.
Okay, you are now. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, my question was had related to what you just answered, bridging the gap. You know, with all these HBCUs around here, the competition is fierce.
Yes.
So we do need what you just referred to. We need something that's going to reach a broader audience. And then I know the Qs have Qs and friends. You don't have to be a Q, but you can be a friend and go on Qs and friends.
Absolutely.
We need something like that, you know, that's gonna get to everybody.
Well,
Because
Mr. Willie, did you know that your friends can join your local chapter as an associate member?
oh yeah,
We actually have several in our chapter here in Charlotte. So
really, and they
encourage
don't
your
have to go.
friends that donate to join us.
They don't have to go to the school to donate to join the
Mm-mm.
chapter.
No, they don't. They can join as an associate member.
Good information.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tim.
Mr. Williams,
Yeah.
about 2 months ago, two friends of mine who they actually live in Tennessee, and they follow my page. They told me to pick out 2 students that were going to South Carolina State University. They gave those students $2,000 each.
Mm.
They had no idea about South Carolina State University. Listen, people will help when they see what you guys have done. People will help. But sometimes when you don't know about the information, you know, you're kind of missing out. So if people want to help the university, listen, you do not have to have no kind of degree from South Carolina State University to help South Carolina State University. Okay, you can help South Carolina State University just by coming to the games, right? Mm-hmm. By buying tickets, right? Just by giving something to the alumni, right? By just coming out, right, showing love to the university, okay? But there are so many people who have no idea what we have been doing. Why? Because we haven't put it out there enough. Okay. Mm-hmm. So listen, you got people that want to help. Listen, send them our way. We'll help them.
Absolutely.
Right? We'll find ways for them to be a part of this family.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Tell them to DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, we have enough room. I tell you right now.
That's very true. And currently in the Charlotte chapter, one of the things that we've, because to your point, Mr. Willie, one of the biggest things that we are finding as an association, it's a little more difficult, is bridging that gap, getting the younger alums like T-Tuck and myself involved. We have a different love for South Carolina State. So this actually, we operate a little differently. So we do regardless. And a lot of the alums that are from my era, they have given complaints of different things. But I challenge them every single time to, but what if you had gone here? You would have had the same experience. Right. It just wasn't as publicized. So can you get back to how, because you're working right now because of the degree you have, and you got it from South Carolina State. Can we get back to where you did come from? So I've actually employed, I think right now, I haven't looked at the last total. We're almost at 100 in GroupMe. So within Charlotte's chapter, we have a young alum group in GroupMe. A lot of people don't really use GroupMe, but it's another alternative to text message groups and things like that. But within our GroupMe, it's everybody 45 and under. And we started an initiative I think 2 years ago. Miss Patrina, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was 2 years when we did the half off on Bulldogs. So basically, if say for instance, T-Tuck wanted to join, this was his first year as an alum, whether he has been out of school, however, but this is his first year to be active. We did half off on the dues. So we had alums like myself, Miss Patrina, and other persons in our chapter. And we actually, if we agreed T-Tuck paid 35, I'm gonna pay 30. If his dues was 65. And we actually got, I wanna say 40 or 50 young alums to join just in that regard. We didn't have the excuse of, oh, I can't afford it. Granted, $65 is not a whole lot to some of us, but some of us, it can be a difference. But at least for that 1 year, let's get you engaged and let's get you active. We can get you active. we can then go and we can then say, hey, well, I need a little help on social media. Hey, can you start doing this? So even if they're not financial for a moment, they're still engaged in that. It makes them want to remain financial, and it makes them want to come back into it.
Exactly.
Erica, you have a question?
Good morning. Yes, I have kind of a question and a suggestion and a comment. First of all, thank all of y'all who are on social media and may not be directly connected, you know, your platform not directly connected to South Carolina State. I'm one of those people. I run several, you know, pages for my different businesses, but you best believe, especially when we were in the Celebration Bowl, I didn't realize that I had been posting daily for a whole month. Okay.
Yeah.
But I love my South Carolina State University.
Absolutely.
And so what my comment / suggestion is that, you know, matter of fact, the people that are in this session, if people can type into chat, which social media are you fluent in? Because sometimes I didn't realize some people didn't know how to do things. Some people don't know how to do the ins and the outs. And that speaks to the temporary, not temporary, but the occasional training to help people.
I agree.
Much as we want to, you know, kind of have our jaw tight because Jackson State is getting all of this, you know, publicity, that's prime time. Prime time is marketing 101. And he's on there every single day.
Multiple times a day, absolutely.
Every single day, he's doing what he did for his own brand. So I look at, you know, what he does, and I kind of fine tune my things for Geechee Girl, but then of course I let it filter on over to South Carolina State. So if people fill into the chat now, you know, what platform that they, you know, feel most comfortable in, and then when, you know, the session is over, you should be able to get a transcript and to be able to see who said what, and to go from there with building a plan. Because I'm a big person with, okay, we've talked about what are we going to do now. So to do that, and then also to offer this, that I take every, you know, unconventional situation as a platform. I'm Miss Homecoming 1992. This homecoming will be the 30th anniversary for my crown. Every year for the past 7 years, I've done some type of grant or whatever to the newly crowned Miss Homecoming. I use that as a platform to publicize, promote our school, as well as raise money. So all of these things, they don't necessarily have to be the traditional way of doing things. I would love people's support when it comes to, you know, when I post my traditional picture with my brother escorting me and the sun is in our face, black and white picture, and to talk about the school. And I even used it, and I'm sorry I'm so long-winded, but I really want to get this out. But even during Celebration Bowl, I have deemed myself, you know, the HBCU official Miss Homecoming, because I don't ever see nobody else talking about their homecoming crown. That's something that's special to me for several reasons. So, you know, I would love anybody able to provide some support with sharing the posts that I put out about South Carolina State, and I make sure I word it in a way that gives people a reason to want to care. It's not about
Erica, yours went on. You went on mute. One real quick, you guys. We are actually at time for the session. I want to make sure everybody has time for their 15-minute break here. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you to Terrence for your guidance. Thank you, Erica, Mr. Willie, and everyone else, Ms. Helen, on your input. What we will do is I'll definitely take this back, and I think that it sounds like we need a social media session on how to do social media a little more. So not just a high-level overview, but maybe a more in-depth, maybe a little more in-depth on how each platform works, and maybe you guys too, just like I'm the social media coordinator for Charlotte chapter, maybe you guys can, we can have a come to Jesus meeting with all the social media coordinators and start getting stuff pushed out. Thank you guys again for your time, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next session.
No doubt.
All right. God bless.
Bye-bye.
was trash.